Yeah.
Funny with the
The camera. Good evening. Welcome to the 9th meeting of the year. Today is June 29th, 2026. Alyssa, can you please read the publication?
In compliance with Chapter 231 of Public Law 1975, notice of this meeting to be held at the Criminal Justice Building, 61 Main Street, South River, has been published in the Home News Tribune on January 7, 2026, posted on the Municipal Building Bulletin Board, the Borough website, and the front door of the Criminal Justice Building at 61 Main Street, South River.
Roll call.
Mayor Gindi,
Here.
Councilwoman Da Silva,
Here.
Councilman Donato,
Here.
Councilman DeZemian,
Here.
Councilman Janikopoulos,
Here.
Councilman Gerchensky,
Here.
Council President DeSantis.
Here.
Please stand for a salute to the flag and a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Actually, let me do this up there. We are going to have one presentation. I'll do it from over here. As you all know, you're surrounded by lots of pictures that represent what South River mayors have been through in the past decades upon decades. Dating as far back as 1886, which his picture's not up here, which is James. Today, we're honoring a person that should have been honored quite a long time ago, to have his picture up here as well. This individual has served for our municipality in 1977 to 2007 as a member of the Summit Fire Department. While doing that, in 1989 to 2000, he was a financial secretary as well. While doing that, in 1985, as well as 1987 to 1992, he was a member of the South River Board of Health. While serving, he was also the vice president from 1988 to 1989. Then he became president in 1990 to 1992. 1995 to 1998, and then 2000 to 2007, he served on the planning board. Then, he became a councilman from 1993 to 1999. Served on multiple liaison positions such as finance, utilities, welfare, and public safety. Soon after, he became a mayor from 2000 to 2007. Mr. Zaghetti? I've had the pleasure not only serving on the planning board with you, but also part of you when it came down to the council. Here's your picture. Come on, say a few words.
So I'd like to thank the mayor and council. I'd also especially like to thank Chief Teninigan because he did some investigative work and found my picture in the closet.
Okay.
I don't see any dart holes, so I'm okay. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
The project of the pictures happened when we redid the building here. And this building, if you were you were here? Well, at one point when the building was stripped and emptied, there was a group, the Ghostbusters, who came out of Woodbridge, who came into the building. And at one point, the cells were down the cellar. And so they came in with energy lamps. The fire department would know them as the thermal
Imaging.
thing. And they saw ghosts or energy of a ghost. And they had tape recorders that almost sounded like Geiger counters. And they put them in the cells downstairs. Because the story goes that there was a prisoner who took his life downstairs, and allegedly, either in the 20s or 30s, there was a chief who somebody came in off the street and shot him dead at his desk. So it was interesting to know that this all happened. And while this was happening, we redid some of the pictures. We went out and tried to find other mayors, and there are still some mayors that are bashful about having their picture taken. So I thank the Historical Society, which took on the project, and my picture finally appears. So I thank you all for that.
You're welcome. Thank you for all the service you have
Thank
done
you.
for the Borough of South River.
Thank you. Take
You
care.
want to take a picture?
Sure.
I'm happy things have calmed down the last 100 years.
Good.
Just looking to see what I look like. So many years ago.
That was a little younger.
Yeah, and more hair.
There are next 2 or 3 more meetings. There will be other pictures that are going to go up.
It was actually back here the whole time, so we might really wonder. We used it for the TV 35.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
You know,
but,
there's some mayors after me that,
I know.
and, 1 or 2 before me that are shy. So,
There'll be a couple more for the next couple meetings.
thank you again.
Thank you, Mr.
Take care.
Zaghetti. We're going to go into agenda sessions. There are 3 second readings. Joe, first one, 2026-15.
First one is second reading and adoption of a bond ordinance. This was for the purchase of a sanitation truck, various police equipment, turnout gear for the fire department, sewer system improvements, and turf field for veterans, which was funded 50% by the county.
Okay.
That's it.
John, 2026-16 as well as 2026-17.
2026-16, that's an ordinance amending Chapter 72 and Chapter 246. This ordinance, as drafted and proposed, is targeted at amending the procedures around the access and use of the fire stations, making it clear that the fire stations are owned by the municipality and under the governance of the mayor and council as the governing body. Ordinance 2617, this is an ordinance amending Chapter 103, titled Alcoholic Beverages. This ordinance, as drafted and proposed, would amend the permitted hours of sale by bars and liquor stores within the borough, specifically on Sundays. Right now, there are prohibited hours of sale from 2 a.m. to noon on Sundays. If this ordinance is adopted tonight, that will change from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. So the earliest that a liquor store or bar could open on Sundays would be 10 a.m. now.
All right, thank you. Alyssa, 2026-15.
Ordinance 2026-15, bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements and the acquisition of various capital equipment, appropriating $2,921,000, therefore and authorizing the issuance of $1,805,000 bonds and notes to finance a portion of the cost thereof, authorized in and by the Borough of South River and the County of Middlesex, New Jersey.
Motion to waive the full read.
Motion by Council President DeSantis,
Second.
second by Councilman Krasinski.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have I'd like to open this up to the public. First call. Second call.
Motion to close public.
Motion by Council President DeSantis, second by Councilman DeZemian.
All in favor?
Aye.
Council discussion. Do I have a motion?
Motion to adopt.
Motion by Council President DeSantis,
Second.
seconded by Councilman Krasinski.
Councilwoman De Silva?
Yes.
Councilman Donato?
Yes.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Council President DeSantis?
Yes.
All right, 2026-16.
Ordinance 2026-16, an ordinance amending Chapter 72, Public Safety, Department of, and Chapter 246, Parks, Playgrounds, and Public Buildings of the Code of the Borough of South River to update procedures concerning the administration, use, and access of borough-owned property.
Motion to waive the full reading?
Motion by Council President DeSantis,
Second.
second by Councilwoman De Silva.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public, I'd like to open this to the public.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Excuse me, Wayne Wagner, 7 Hale Road, East Brunswick. Currently serve as President of Engine Company Number 1, South River Fire Department. Just for the record, I think everybody knows the fire department has some reservations about this ordinance, and overwhelmingly we're against it. Just wanted that to be known. What I'd really like to do is thank both Nick and Matt for meeting with us last Wednesday to hear us out. It was frankly, quite a great meeting. I think we accomplished a lot. Very civil, very well done. So we'd also like to offer, if there's any ordinances in the future, we'd be more than happy to sit down with the governing body and try to assist, listen to our ideas, we'll listen to yours, and go from there. But Nick, Matt, thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public? First call? Second call?
Motion to close public?
Second.
Motion by Council President DeSantis, seconded by Councilman Krasinski.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to open this to the council discussion. All right, I'd like to open this for a motion. Going once. Going twice. Motion dies. Alyssa, 2026-17.
Ordinance 2026-17, an ordinance amending Chapter 103, Alcoholic Beverages, Article 1, Alcoholic Beverages, Section 103-17, Hours of Sale of the Code of the Borough of South River to amend the prohibited hours of sale on Sundays.
Motion to waive the full reading?
Second.
Motion by Council President DeSantis, seconded by Councilman Krasinski.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to open this up to the public. First call. Second call.
Motion to close public?
Motion by Council President DeSantis,
Second.
second by Councilman DeZemian.
All in favor?
Aye.
Council discussion. Do I have a motion?
Motion to adopt?
Motion by Council President DeSantis,
Second.
second by Councilman Krasinski.
Councilwoman De Silva?
Yes.
Councilman Donato?
Yes.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Council President DeSantis?
Yes.
All right, I'd like to go into reports. Justin, Artheon.
Thank you, Mayor. Brief update on the capital projects taking place within the borough. For the 2023 and 2024 local aid program, all work has been completed and our office is working on project closeout with the state. The 2023 local transportation projects grant, which includes improvements to Alborn Street from Ferris Street to Seppi Avenue, Franklin Street from Wilson Avenue to Pulaski Avenue, and Olszewski Avenue from Cab Avenue to Prentice Avenue. Construction began today. Notices were delivered, and moving forward, notices will be delivered to the streets as 48 hours before each phase begins. The 2025 local aid program, a pre-construction meeting was held on June 18th with Fernandez Construction, and construction is expected to begin in mid-July. The 2023 electrical substation maintenance project work is continuing. The 2026 local aid program, all survey work has been completed and project design is underway. The George Street and Washington Street one-way study, all traffic count data has been completed and our office is in the middle of preparing the analysis. Then for the 2027 local aid program, our office submitted an application to the state, and this includes improvements to John Street from Old Bridge Turnpike to Rose Street, Hollander Street from John Street to Amherst Street, and Nelson Street from East Prospect Street to Chestnut Street. Then we also submitted an application for a bike path improvement, and that would be from Gurkowski Park to Bizet's recreation area. Then last, we have the Veterans Drive parking lot wetland delineation. Our environmental team began delineation on the wetlands. That's all I have.
Thank you. Council discussion. Anyone? Thank you, Justin. Joe?
Thanks, Mayor. A couple of resolutions. First one is a resolution to award a contract to the licensed water operator through December of 2026. Another resolution for submitting a grant for radios for the fire department. And the last one is a resolution for renewing our prescription coverage from July 1st, 26 to June 30th of 27. It's 23.5% increase. So we went out and had different vendors propose on it. That was the cheapest one, but we are trying to look to do something different, but we're not there yet. So eventually we're going to try and come back to the governing body with something else for prescription, because this is getting out of control.
Well, health
But this is
benefits have
the
been-
health benefits too. But this is the cheapest of everyone we submitted a proposal to us.
Council discussion? No? Fire chief, Scott.
Right now, we're waiting on parts to come in to fix brush truck. Probably be another 2 weeks. But the borough is taking care of it. Have to have it tested a hot. We're pretty much status quo. We're going to be dealing with hot week this week, so. Mark, I'm going to be sending you the 4th of July parade.
Sure. Thank you. John,
Nothing to report tonight, you mean?
Alyssa,
Nothing to report.
Mark?
Just a couple things on the agenda items for resolution number 182, authorizing Officer Patrick Molina to serve as acting sergeant. He's taking over for Sergeant Roselli, who announced his retirement and will be retiring effective December 1st. Officer Molina is more than capable of taking on this new role. He is actually the next person on our list to get promoted. So he'll be in this role until December 1st, and at that point in time, he'll be promoted to sergeant. The Main Street Road Improvement Project, they pushed back the date when they're actually going to start milling and paving. So their tentative date is July 6th or the 13th.
They just changed it.
To the 22nd. So it could get pushed back more. They're a little bit behind. Just remember, it's going to take approximately about a week. They're going to do all the milling during the daytime hours, and they're going to do all of the paving at nighttime during the week. So that's to come later in the month. And as a reminder, by the time we come to the next council meeting, all the e-bike laws will be in effect. The grace period deadline is July 19th. So if you have an e-bike or e-scooter, motorized bicycle, you have to have it licensed, you have to have it registered, and you have to have it insured.
Councilman Donato.
Actually, nothing to report at this point.
Councilman Giannakopoulos.
I just wanted to report on the Shade Tree Committee. The recent planting on Lower Main Street has been really successful, except for the one tree in front of the memorial building. It looks to be suffering from being overwatered, which is not the case. I think there's a problem with the tree pit, water coming up into the tree pit, causing that tree to retain water, and we are going to look into it and see why that water is there. And just for everyone's knowledge, those trees do come with a 1-year warranty, so it will be getting replaced once we figure out why that tree is retaining a lot of water. The Shade Tree Committee is also presently working on a fall planting program. Those areas have yet to be determined. And the committee is, we are working on having an email that you can communicate with the Shade Tree Committee set up. That should be set up shortly. And until then, you could always go to the Borough website and click on applications, and under there you'll see things having to do with the street trees, and if you need a street tree dealt with around you. The next Shade Tree Committee meeting is this Thursday. It's down at 48 Washington. And if you're interested in anything like that, show up for that meeting. And the EDC has planned their farmers market, which is starting in September. It's going to be every Sunday right to the end of October. It's going to be at the Borough parking lot at Obert Street. And we're looking forward to having that. It'll be something for people to do Sunday afternoon. You know, get out there maybe after church or after whatever you're doing Sunday. There'll be a farmer's market down there, and we're going to keep it going through the fall.
So that'll be something fun to do on Sundays with your family. And that's all I have, Mayor.
All right,
Thank you.
Councilman DeZemian.
Thank you, Mayor. The Frost on the Pumpkin Road Race is moving forward. A lot has been done lately. Flyers have been created. They're being distributed to local races. Banner is being updated and will soon be posted around town. Letters went out to local businesses, and we're getting responses for donations. Advertisement is now the focus, and if anyone spread the word, it's moving forward. It's going well. October 25th, 5K run walk. Try to get as many participants as possible. In July, I'll be doing the basketball fundamentals again with the youth. I thank the rec department for helping me set that up and looking forward to that. On Saturdays, there'll be 3 times. Like we did last year, they all had a great time and looking forward to that again. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman De Silva.
Okay, our food bank in town is hosting a school supply drive, which is underway, and it's going to go through August 15th. Anybody who'd like to donate can do so in 3 locations: Corpus Christi Church. There's bins, drop-off bins are located by the entrance of the church. Holy Trinity Church. There's bins are located at the church's office, and you could also drop off in the bucket outside the South River Food Bank. They're looking for binders, folders, pencil cases, spiral notebooks, scissors, glues, a bunch of supplies. All items donated will be distributed to families in South River via the South River Food Bank. So the deadline is August 15th. With any questions, you can call Beth over at the food bank. Her number is 732-322-8623. So it's a good idea to help out our local families in town. Our Cultural Arts and Heritage Commission is planning on having our annual South River Day, which is scheduled for October 17th right now. They are looking for vendors, so if you're interested, please reach out to Teresa Hutchinson at the Cultural Arts. Her email can be found on our borough website. We are looking for vendors. We have a lot of businesses in town, so it would be nice to have our local businesses involved, but any vendors are welcomed. Our library, just want to remind everybody about the amazing activities they have going on for both kids and adults over at the library. My favorite one's actually this Wednesday. They're at 2 p.m. They'll be having a special guest, which is Toby, our mini Highland cow. So if you're available, parents, bring your children, stop by. There'll be a lot of activities and a lot of fun for them. And right now, that's it.
Thank you. Councilman Krasinski.
Thank you, Mayor. The Office on Aging, they are going to have a closure due to extensive road work on Reed Street in front of the Human Services Building. The Office on Aging will be closed from Monday, July 13th through Friday, July 24th. And transportation services will be suspended beginning July 8th and more than likely extend through the month of August. The date of return will be published in the August newsletter. Let's see. We'll also be closed on July 3rd, the day before, in celebration for Independence Day. And they also have a well-being initiative program being introduced. It will have a wellness lab and an emotional wellness support. And this is in addition to some of the other programs that they have too, which is basically a lot for the seniors, and between the fitness, the yoga, what have you, and some of the other things. With that, that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Council President.
Yes, I do have a question for Nick. Nick, the tree that died, that's the one that Peter touched, right?
That does happen to be the one that he did touch
I just wanted
first.
to, I was just confirming that.
You're good.
For the Recreation Advisory Board, I would like to congratulate the Lions on winning this year's Little League Championship. Pop Warner football and cheerleading registration is open, and please register as soon as possible, because when we see the registration, we know what age groups or teams we will have. The season starts mid-July, and it's for ages 5 through 13. We're also having a girls flag football team. There's a bunch of different age groups between the ages of 5 and 18, and these teams will be made up of South River children who will go play other towns, so it is a travel league. We also have the free fundamentals, as Councilman DeZemian mentioned, at Sheldon Shine Fine, also known as Leonardine Park, which is led by Councilman DeZemian and Coach Carmine. It is a free clinic, but you must register to attend, and the dates are July 11th, 18th, and 25th from 10 to 11:30 a.m., and it's for boys and girls entering preschool up to second grade. There's also going to be a free football clinic on July 15th and 16th at Veterans Park. Pop Warner registrants will automatically eligible for the clinic, but even those not signing up for the football season with Pop Warner can attend, but you must register. Lastly, later on in the consent resolutions, we have possible approval of Joka Soccer Academy led by Zane and Julian Taha. I've spoke extensively with Zane especially. I've gotten some feedback from other residents who have already utilized their academy. They're from East Brunswick, but they're local kids that want to make a difference, and our borough needs a recreation soccer program for many different reasons, and hopefully with the rest of the council support later today, that'll be fully announced as of about an hour or so, and you can register for that online as well. For all activity registration, you visit the borough website, go to register at www.southrivernj.org, click Departments, then Parks and Recreation, and you'll see a link to enroll. And if any issues online, you can call the office at 732-254-4412. And our next Recreation Advisory Board meeting will be on Monday, September 21st, 6 p.m. at 55 Reed Street. Residents are welcome and encouraged to attend. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I will hold off on my comments. We have two mayoral appointments, Human Relations, Dr. Ariana Cherndosko, as well as the Land Use Board, which is David Bell for alternate 2. Alyssa, we're going to go on consent resolutions, but consent resolution 197, I'd like read separately, please.
Whereas Resolution 2026-01 authorizes the Borough Council to utilize a consent agenda to adopt various resolutions of a routine and non-controversial nature at one time. Now therefore be it is hereby resolved that the below listed resolutions are hereby adopted by the Borough Council in whole, as if the same were individually acted upon. Consent Resolutions 2026-179 to 2026-196. 179, Property Tax Refund for 13 Pulaski Avenue. 180, property tax refund for 340 Old Bridge Turnpike. 181, authorizing an award with CGP and H LLC for water operator. 182, resolution authorizing Officer Patrick Molina to serve as acting sergeant. 183, authorizing turnover of tax sale certificate number 21-00008. 184, granting renewal to ABC licenses for the 26-27 license year. 185, authorized 2026 salaries of certain employees and officials. 186, authorizing the submission of a grant application. 187, rescinding the approval of a portion of Resolution 2026-139. 188, authorizing the receipt of bids for a lease of public property located at 6 Thomas Street. 189, authorizing the requisition of funds for payment to the custodian of the school monies. 190, authorizing a competitive contracting process for water testing and laboratory services. 191, authorizing Joka Soccer Academy as the official provider of recreational soccer programming. 192, authorizing fireworks display for South River Recreation on August 21st, 2026. 193, accept May 11th, 2026 regular and executive session minutes. 194, accept June 8th, 2026 regular meeting minutes. 195, authorize the bills and claims list. 196, authorizing renewal of prescription plan coverage with Benecard Services.
Motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Council President DeSantis,
Second.
second by Councilman Krasinski.
Councilwoman De Silva?
Yes.
Councilman Donato?
Yes.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Council President DeSantis?
Yes.
Alyssa, consent resolution 197.
Resolution 2026-197, resolution authorizing change order number 3 and number 4 for the project known as improvements to Leonardine Avenue, Beryl Street, Daly Street, Darrow Street, John Street, and various parks. Whereas the governing body has received a change order, request number 3 and 4.
Motion with the
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Council President DeSantis, second by Councilwoman De Silva.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Donato?
Yes, just a couple of questions. Change order number 3, which was a reduction in the amount of the contract. That's always great. I mean, we always look for that when we do our projects. But the increase in number 4, what was the total amount of the project to begin with?
Justin?
Yes, a little over 2 million.
Okay. And exactly what were the items that, there's something that couldn't have been foreseen, I assume?
These were so there's actually additional money available in the contract. This is an interim change order. There will be a final closeout change order, which will reduce the total contract amount to about 1.8 million. These additional items were some improvements needed around the borough, additional sidewalk at Krakowski Park, and repairing some sidewalk at the firehouse.
All right, so they were basically unforeseen.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's all. Thank you.
Any discussion? Council? Do I have a motion?
Motion to adopt.
Motion by Council President DeSantis,
Second?
second by Councilman Krasinski.
Councilwoman De Silva?
Yes.
Councilman Donato?
Yes.
Councilman DeZemian?
Yes.
Councilman Janikopoulos?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Council President DeSantis?
Yes.
I'd like to open it to the public. You have 5 minutes. State your name and address, please. Anybody? First call? Come on.
Robert Bodak, 92 Cleveland Avenue. I'm the chairman of the Land Use Board in town. At the recent Land Use Board meeting, there was a lot of discussion from a lot of the members about things that they feel might be able to benefit the council in making some of the decisions, some ideas that some of the younger members had. And I just would encourage, if it's possible, I know the mayor usually attends the meeting, Nick is our liaison, but anybody that could attend the meeting, they would really like to just explain to you some ideas that they had. We could draft a letter and send it to everybody, but it might be better if it's possible that you could attend the meeting and then they could just open up and let you know. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zine Taha, and I'd first like to thank the borough and everyone at the rec department who believed in my brother and I. We are the co-founders of Joka Soccer Academy. We currently operate out of North Brunswick, New Jersey, but given the fact that we have so many people in South River and the need for a program in South River that allows these kids to excel, we decided that to do everything possible to move here to the city. These kids need something where there's something accessible for everyone, which is going to be the rec program, but there's also talent here to say that these kids can go all the way from rec level to collegiate and even professional. And so we hope to bring a very credible and organized program that can see the kids of South River accomplish their dreams, and to say that they don't deserve it is unfair, because over in Old Bridge, East Brunswick, everywhere else, kids can just travel 5 minutes away and get the training that they need. Whereas kids in South River have to go to Tin Falls, everywhere else. We need that kind of program here. So I'd like to thank especially Council President Matt DeSantis for everything he's done, and that's all I have to say. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public?
Barry Brill, 20 Monticello Way. This is about the closing of Collins Drive to Monticello. I've been talking to a lot of my neighbors, and they want to know what was the real reason this road was closed. What is the real reason? That lowered our safety values, cost us money. I mean, it's costing us a lot of money for this closure. I mean, you know, it's somewhere between $12,000 and $20,000. I mean, it's the average landing people. And they want to know why it's closed, and it's costing them that much money to have this street closed, to have them drive around, lower the safety, because any emergency vehicles will either have to come from the south or from the north. If it's open, now they could come from the west and get there faster. So what's the real reason it was closed?
I've already had a discussion too many times with you, sir.
Know that, but I want to know what the real reason is. It's
Safety.
not the thing, I mean,
Safety.
what's the real reason?
Safety, sir.
Huh?
Safety.
You compromise other people's, our safety for somebody's safety. What safety? Please let me know what safety. I mean, you know, you never explain nothing. You say words and you never explain it.
I have a great idea. Why don't you speak to the chief of police tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
That's what you should do.
fine.
9 o'clock?
9 o'clock? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else from the public? First call. Second call. Third call.
Motion to close public.
Motion by Council President DeSantis, seconded by Councilman DeZemian.
All in favor?
Aye. Council comments. Councilman Donato.
Yes, this is the, just recently, school's ended, and I just want to compliment the crossing guards. I mean, I've been up there practically every day. I don't know how they actually go through what they go through with these crazy drivers. I'm not always the best driver, but they do an awful lot. They protect our kids, and I really appreciate what they do. Now with of course the closing of the school, there's only so many activities for these children. We need to be on guard when we're driving around, but no matter what we do, parents have to be mindful of where their children are and what they're doing. With these e-bikes, again, today coming in, I see these young people in the parks where the toddlers are playing with those e-bikes, scooting around here and there, doing wheelies. This is just inviting a terrible accident. And I hope, I don't know how the police department is going to enforce this. God bless them. I wish you all the luck in the world, but we can't give anybody breaks on this. They know about it, or they should know about it. So I thought it was actually January 1st. It seems like we have a few more days to put up with this. But they were even out last meeting, and our councilwoman, boy, I tell you, you don't want to mess with the women. She gave them and the kids looked at her, were in shock, and I think they scooted. One went in one direction, the other went in the other direction, and I think they might have come back, but they were a little cautious about what they were doing. I don't understand it, but unfortunately, we're faced with what goes on. I hope that nothing serious happens to anybody, but I'm not confident that that is going to happen. So it's going to take somebody getting really seriously hurt or worse, and I really don't want to see that go on. Second thing, oh yes, by the way, happy 4th of July to everyone, before I forget, and I will forget. That's coming up, and enjoy, be safe. Watch out for those fireworks. Now, on a more serious note, you know, we have the water main project that's going on in town. And since the beginning, I've been getting all kinds of signals back and forth. How much, what we're going to do, what it's going to cost, how long it's going to take. Seems to be a lot of confusion, and I've reached out to various people, try to get the background information, and unfortunately, I'm not getting anything in writing. And there's one of our great presidents, Ronald Reagan. I admire that man because a lot of quotes were made by him, supposedly, and I think there's a lot of truth to it. One of them was, trust but verify. I trust that what people tell me they believe is true, but I'm looking for verification. So this evening sometime, and some of you council members will know that I send out emails in the middle of the night, are going to get an email from me explaining what it is I need. Some of the officials here at this meeting are also going to get an email. I expect by the next meeting to have the information I'm asking for. It's not something that is unusual, something that is not necessary. Look, I've worked for county government, still working for them since 1970. I know what you need to have for all the projects. You have to have a contract. You have to have everything set out. And if nobody can give me answers to what's going on, there's something seriously wrong, and I'm very concerned. So this email is going to be going out to everyone, and I expect a positive response to it. When it comes to stuff like this, I'm a stickler. I want to make sure that the taxpayers' money is being spent well, and we're getting every penny's worth. I believe we are. But until I see the documents in my hand, I can review them, I don't even know what questions to ask. And we've reached out to a number of legislators for funding for this project. If I'm asking any questions of what's going on, quite frankly, I don't know what answer to give them. And that's not a good position to be put in. So, for whatever reason, I figure if I reach out to everybody, I'm going to get somebody to find these documents and get them over to me and answer my questions. It's important. We're spending taxpayers' money. We got to know that the money that's being spent is spent well. I did get a lot of drawings from our consultant, and I thank them for it. But it's for permit purposes. And I'll be quite frank. 2029, when this project's supposed to be finished, if they replace all the water mains in South River, if that's the intention, 2029, we're not going to make it. We've got a lot of roads that have been repaved, and if the 10-year moratorium holds true, that means for 10 years we can't be excavating those roads. So those mains are going to stay in place until after that moratorium time is over. So be mindful. Be also mindful the taxpayers are going to have to foot the bill for this in some way, shape, or form. And I'm getting different reports on that. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen whether I'm running the show or anybody else is running the show, who's ever up here. If we're going to get the job done, it's going to cost money. We don't have it, unfortunately. We're a government agency. Government has bottomless pockets. We don't, really. No government agency does. So I know that they're looking to get as much grant money as possible. That takes time. In the meantime, we're going to have bills to pay. And the people of the town are going to have to start footing the bill for this. Now, I saw a figure for roughly under $1,000 per year for about 30 years. I think it's going to be more, personally. We got a figure of $124, $125 million to do this. I think it's going to be more. Why? It's construction. We don't know what we're going to get into when we start excavating. So with that in mind, I hope to get this information to see exactly where we're going. So when somebody asks me a question, I can give them an intelligent answer instead of mumbling and just spouting off stuff that I don't even know is true. And I won't do that. So with that, that's all I've got.
Thank you. Councilman Giannakoulis. I just wanted to wish everyone a happy 4th of July, and when you're out there enjoying fireworks, just be safe. And I know our fire department, I'm sure, is going to be running on calls left and right, and hopefully everything works out. And thank the DPW for all they do, and our chief and the police department and OEM. They're in the background working. You guys might not know it, but OEM is always back there, and they're helping everybody out and coordinating everything for the borough. And that's all. Be safe, and happy 4th of July. And congratulations to my niece. She's getting married this 4th of July. I'll be down at Point Pleasant. Her dad graduated South River High School, Peter Giannakoulis. I don't know if any of you guys know him, but that's all I got to say.
All right, thank you. Councilman DeZemian.
Thank you, Mayor. Next Imperial Music Center concert, August 2nd at the Imperial Music Center. Free concerts. They're always a lot of fun, 2 o'clock. I want to do a shout out to my priest, Father David Garrettson, who many of you may know him from St. Peter and Paul Church here in town. Great person. He officially retired. His last service was actually today. So I know him and his wife Sherry. Wish them good luck. They did a lot in the town. Everyone knows him pretty much. And good luck to him and his family. And welcoming the new priest, Father John Javel from California, who was selected to be our new priest starting July 1st. His wife Sophia and their 5 children will be living in the rectory once it's updated. Good luck to Father David Garrettson. And of course, happy 4th of July to everybody. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman De Silva.
Just want to start off by wishing everybody a happy and safe 4th of July. Please be careful out there. If I know everybody's out barbecuing and at a friend's house and everybody likes to have a drink or two or some more, just be careful, vigilant. When you're getting behind the wheel, you should not be driving if you're drinking. Anybody hosting these parties, which I've hosted a couple, have taken car keys away from everybody at the door and kept them until the end of the night. And I think we all need to be responsible for each other and watch out for each other. Young drivers out there who think they're invisible need to be vigilant when they're getting behind the wheel of a car. And parents, it's our responsibility to talk to our children. In regards to the e-bikes, I'm just glad that it's soon, hopefully, coming to an end, and I don't have to correct anybody like I did at the last council meeting outside, which they were almost got hit by a car as the car was turning on Ober, and they were doing wheelies right there. And yeah, the motherly instincts in me took over. But other than that, it's it. I'm a parishioner over at St. Mary's Church, and I just want to also give a shout out to Father Mike, who just celebrated his 25 years as a pastor, and he's amazing. So I just wanted to give him a personal shout out, and that is it, Mayor.
Yes, sir. Councilman Krasinski.
Thank you, Mayor. First off, I'd like to thank all of our public service workers, our police, fire, Robert Wood Johnson, especially our DPW for taking care of us and are keeping our town clean, our fire department for all the calls that the guys make and running around for barbecues and smoke and dryer fires or what have you. Aside from that, it's getting hot. Make sure if you have an elderly neighborhood in your neighborhood and everything too, make sure they're all right. Make sure, because like I said, it's hot. Make sure you stay hydrated. There will be a lot of parties and everything going on. Let's respect our neighbors and everything like that too. Remember, at about 10 o'clock or so, let's tone it down a bit. It's warm out there. We're going to have windows open and what have you. And with that, I wish everyone a very happy Independence Day and a safe summer, and watch out for the kids too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Council President.
Yes, I just have one business type thing here. I wanted to give a little bit of explanation on the water bill. I've had several residents call me that they didn't understand how the water bill works. And I understand because there's a little bit of a numbers game. I've been told I speak a little fast when I'm up here sometimes, so I'm going to try to slow down for this one because it is a little bit confusing. Your bill will give you a consumption number. My current bill that I'm looking at is 29. That represents 2,900 cubic feet. Okay? The way our system is set up, if you use 1 through 10 or 0 through 10, the minimum charge is $96.46. So if your consumption number is 10 or less, no matter what it is, 1, 2, all the way up to 10, your charge is $96.46. My example of my bill was 29. So 29 minus 10 is 19. So the second tier bills you at a rate of $117.41 per times that 19. Okay? So you're going to get a bill that has 2 lines on it most likely. One's going to say minimum, and then the other number on there would be the difference, which would be the read above 10 times that second tier. I don't think many residents are going to go into the third tier, but as the ordinance 2025-8 outlines, you would multiply that as well. So it's a tiered system. So essentially, no matter any use of water, you're going to pay $96.46 per quarter. Anything above that 10 would go into tier 1. If you get above 40, it goes into tier 2 and 3, etc. So Obviously, if you think there's any issue with your bill, you can reach out to the utilities department or call, but that is the way this is structured. It is a little confusing because the meter reads as a single-digit number, the ordinance reads as 1,000 cubic feet, and in reality, the units on the meter are as 100 cubic feet. So from a metric system perspective, it all aligns, but it's a little difficult to follow, and I understand why there's confusion. I've spoken to several residents and walked them through it, and then they understand it, and I thought it would be beneficial to explain it that way, so maybe it can help people in the future to understand how the bill reads. That being said, 4th of July, 250th anniversary, the holiday this year is technically Friday, and then the 4th falls on Saturday. That means a lot of people are going to be partying Friday and Saturday into a day off on Sunday. We also have the World Cup. So there's a lot of great things going on. As others have said up here today, please be responsible. We have a real small town. $10 or $15 Uber can get you from Veterans Field to the Little League field, and that's about as far as you can get from each other. So be safe. God bless America. And just want to give everybody that kind words of be safe, because it's very important this weekend especially. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we all heard about Main Street. The paving was delayed. Hopefully it starts on July 13th or so. Milling and paving will take about a week or so. So prepare yourself. You will be notified as it gets closer. July 1st, as you all know, e-bikes are coming into effect with the law. Please be aware of everybody that's out on the road. They are a little reckless, unfortunately. This one is going to hit me pretty good. So as you all know, there was an incident that happened not too long ago on Cam Avenue. I cannot get into detail because it's still under investigation. But the problem is that everybody goes onto social media and they feel that they're going to start posting all these rumors and all these scenarios and all these premonitions of what exactly happened. And while you're doing that, there's two little kids that are involved that don't know what really happened. That is absolutely disgusting. You should be all ashamed of yourself when you're going out to social media and posting, not knowing that there's a family behind that, and they have no idea what's going on. The best news I could tell you is that the mother is doing very well. That's all I could tell you. But for the future, if there's something that's devastating in our town, and our town is very small, and I know everybody wants to talk, and they want to get their likes in, and they want to, hey, look at me, and you're really not doing anything more than just spreading rumors. Think before you speak. You have a family just like you, just like me, and just like you. Mayor's patriotic house decorating is coming down to a wind. They are voting going on for the best choice. Go on to the Parks and Rec. You could also go onto my page, cast your vote. There are 17 entries. The houses look remarkable. They look beautiful. Fireworks, barbecues. It's extremely hot. I hope our fire department is not running, looking for houses on fire, because I'm already knocking. I'm knocking. But as you all know, 'tis the season. Fireworks, please be aware. Don't think that shooting off fireworks is going to make you any better than the next person next to your house, because people's houses do catch on fire, and we don't want that to happen. And as you all also know, that besides the fireworks and 4th of July, there is the World Cup. Brazil won it at the 95th minute today. So good work. So be aware and be alert. Happy 4th of July and happy birthday, America. Do I have an adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Council President DeSantis, seconded by Councilman DeZemian.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.